Hey, this is Mark at Motor City Nightmares. I'm here with makeup artist extraordinaire V. Neill. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Tell me, when did you get started doing makeup?
Oh, in the early 70s, I became kind of professional then. Mid-70s, let's say.
What was the first job that you got to work on?
Well, the first big job I got to work on when I was in the union was Star Trek The Motion Picture.
Oh, what was that like? What makeup did you do on that show?
I did Bill Shatner and a couple of the other guys on the bridge. I did the one alien that had the big forehead on the bridge. And I did all the test makeups on all the Klingons, and then I also did Mark Leonard's makeup and the other head Klingon that worked with him in that scene.
So how did you get hooked up working on Tim Burton's films?
Well, I was doing the film The Lost Boys, and my friend Bo Welch, who was the production designer, said, V, I just got this script to go do this film with this director named Tim Burton, and he says, it's right up your alley. You got to go work on this movie. And so I figured out who was the production people on the film, and I started pestering him until I got an interview with Tim, and I got the movie.
And that was Beetlejuice?
That was Beetlejuice.
So what was that like, putting on Michael Keaton's makeup during this production?
It was great because we got to work with Michael. We really didn't have a budget. I mean, we were basically redheaded stepchildren at that point, and we used swollen lips to create his broken nose, and that were we just had sitting around basically, and we just ran a whole bunch of them. And my assistant, Steve Laporte, made his teeth, and we made bald caps to put on him every day, and we just sort of, winged it, and that's how we came up with Beetlejuice. We did a couple of tests for Tim, and he liked them, and that's how we started the film.
And then you got to work on Batman Returns and Ed Wood. I'd like to talk to you about Ed Wood. How much did you have to do with applying Martin Landau's makeup?
I did all of Martin Landau's makeup.
That was incredible makeup, and you deserve all the accolades and awards for that.
Well, thank you very much. That was designed by the fabulous Rick Baker, and Rick and I won the Oscar that year for that film, along with Yolanda Tusing, who did the hair on it.
Was that the only time you worked with Rick?
No, I worked with him on The Grinch as well. I did Christine Baranski's makeup for The Grinch.
So while you were applying Martin's makeup on Ed Wood, was he trying to getting into character as that makeup was being applied?
I don't think so. I think we were just doing the makeup and enjoying the process. But he was once he got into it, he was definitely into the character.
Did you have to use sort of like a busk of Bela Lugosi to duplicate that makeup on Martin?
No, not really. Rick did the original test makeup on him, and we found that he looked way too healthy. And as I started doing the makeup, I realized that really in order to get it to look the way we needed it to look on black and white film, I almost had to do the makeup in black and white. So I switched over from using a lot of the warmer flesh tones to cooler tones like taupes and grays to accommodate the film. It just seemed to work much more easily that way.
Okay, one final question. When you working on that film with Ed Wood, did your relationship with Johnny Depp get you the work on Pirates of the Caribbean?
No, I had already done films with Johnny before that, so we were already friends.
Okay. Well, I figured that. I was just wondering, after working with him so long, he just asked to have you on his other movie.
Yes, he did. That was very sweet of him.
And that's probably one of the biggest compliments of getting work in this industry.
You're absolutely right, it is.
Okay, what do you have coming down the pipeline?
I am opening a makeup school. So anybody that wants to learn how to do makeup, Legends Makeup Academy in California.
Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you, V.
Thank you.
And this is Mark at Motor City Nightmares with the legendary V. Neill.